Get a move on, Witcher. What's that beast?
A troll. Watch it. He could break your neck with a single blow.
Do I look like a cow?
Who you? What want?
We're passing through.
Wishes trolls kill. Me kill. Not easy. Run! Old man coming. Old man rip apart you.
Calm down, you silly cow. We're on our way to Vergen.
Where want run, go. This way, not. My home is. Folk in and out. No peace for troll. Bother, bother.
Who does?
Folk.
Geralt, let's end this beast's suffering.
Wait. Who's been bothering you? Try to remember.
Wisha other. Shinehead here come. Fat.
Did you speak to him?
Tried, but he my face. Whack! Old man called. Beat in your missus! He sword show. Blood springs. Old man down. Wounds. Wisha say rush to Lomin.
You mean Loc Muinne?
So said. Wisha say rushed. Other he'd take old man's.
You mentioned that already.
Anyone else pass through this way?
Lady came out fog. Awful reeked.
What did she look like?
Humy lady.
Anything more specific?
Head strange. Horns huge.
Sheila.
Say Vergen go. More nothing.
Good to chat. No harm in talking, see?
Sleep I. Run out go.
Sweet dreams.
Old man see, tell not wake me. I want sleep.
I'm too old for this.
Thank good homies. Bad dead.
Take care of yourself, troll.
From gully come. There my missus. Her see?
We did, yes.
She how?
She's all right, but don't wake her or she'll rip your head off.
Dear old bug. Like me she. Live a flesh feed.
We've no time to lose. Get a move on, Witcher.
Pull your legs out of your arse! For the king! Get him! win!
Looks like Death Mold's people know about the secret passage too.
Witcher Geralt and Vernon Roche. Now that's some pairing.
Out of our way, Pangret.
Come on, Roche. You know this is no chance meeting.
You never appear anywhere by chance, always turning up where the pay's best.
You haven't changed a bit. Think you're superior because you wiped the royal arse? Sad. Kill them!
time to lose. Get a move on, Witcher.
You said you'd got rid of them.
I underestimated them.
You'll pay for my people, you whore's son, for each and every one of them.
So don't underestimate them this time, and never let me down again. The perfect foe for you. Don't chase me, it would be stupid.
That was a good fight. I'd forgotten how well you Witchers do sword in hand. What now?
You murdered my men.
I had nothing to do with it. Wasn't even there. Henselt ordered your men killed. On Deathmole's urging. I'll not ask for your mercy. To tell you the truth, I don't know what I'd do in your position. But should you decide to spare me, you have my word I'll go and stay out of your way.
I'll hold you to your word. Go where you will.
Next time, choose your missions more carefully.
Perhaps it's time to rest. Got a woman in Tredigor, Julia. She's expecting.
You knocked up pretty kitty. Congratulations, Pangret. And give her my regards.
Thanks, Witcher. I won't be needing this anymore. Take it. Farewell to you both.
See you next time a war rolls around.
Son, you bastard! Footerless. Hensel's mob that through the tunnels.
They tried.
Glad you knocked it out of their heads. So good to see. Where's Dandelion?
Headed west to Oxenford.
Bloody plowing cross this time.
Hensel.
Ha! Hensel's about to get whooped, bare-arsed and all. Dandelion could have stayed.
Zoltan, Vergen will fall. Get out of here while you can.
Oh, there'd be nothing dwarven about that. Leaving my mates!
All right, just don't get killed.
Don't get killed yourself, you divot. As soon as Vergen's victorious, I'll find Dandelion. I owe him that much. Incidentally, what are you doing here?
We've got some unfinished business with Hensel.
We all have unfinished business with that nitwit.
Is he leading the army himself?
He wouldn't have it any other way.
We're looking for Sheila de Townsendville. We heard she was in Vergen.
I've got a flash of her noble arse, but only briefly. She's staying in the house of that other sorceress. What's her name?
Philippa Eilhart?
That's the one. That's screwing, because I heard that Philippa.
Where's the house?
It's the furthest to the north. Shortest way is across the rope bridge. And listen, she has a secret passage extending beyond the city walls.
Thanks.
One more thing. They've surrounded Yorth. He's holed up in the town hall with a handful of squirrels.
Don't piss around, Vagrant. Shit! Look at you!
They'll kill us all. There's the bridge. Let's go. Fuck!
Still alive?
Don't piss around, figuring.
Go around. We'll meet at Philippa's house.
One in the town hall! Drive them out!
I'd be less surprised to find you amongst Henselt's mercenaries.
You never did get me, Jordan.
I haven't forgotten about Flotsam. We shan't retreat into the woods just because Upper Eddern has been conquered.
Your dream's over, Yorvith.
Never.
the name of King Hensel.
Too old for this.
Open in the name of King Hensel.
I'll see you in Loc Muinne. You're late, King.
Where are they?
No idea.
Tell me, or I'll...
Don't make me laugh. You wouldn't let me out of here alive anyway.
A soothsayer now. Kill him.
I'll make mincemeat of your arse! I'll make mincemeat of your arse! For the king! For Cadwin! For the king! For Cadwin! For the king! Get him! For the king! For the king! For Cadwin!
You can certainly fence. It seems I've met my match. You've won the battle, but lost the war. The city's in my hands.
And you're in mine.
For the good of the Temerian crown, Vernon Roche is prepared to do anything. If needed, he becomes a murderer and requires others to do the same. Bernard Laredo had only disdain for the world, gave it nothing but suffering. I helped Roche, joined him and his people, and I had to face another choice. Killing the commander of a forgotten trading post is not the same as killing a king. Even if both are murderers and rapists.
Vernon Roche, Temerian cockerel of the Blue Stripes. What will you do with me?
You know perfectly well.
You won't kill me. You wouldn't dare. I'm the King of Kedwin and soon of Lawmark. The North won't survive without me. I've won. Do you know why I rushed into battle? Do you? I had to resolve it before Loc Muinne.
He's playing for time. Let's kill him.
Wait. Tell us, King. What's going to happen in Loc Muinne?
A new world order, new borders. Everything will change. All the kings and princes of the North will be there. Do you know the old saying? He who controls the Pontar Valley controls the North.
Have the mages been invited?
It's their idea. They want to revive the Council and Conclave. They want to regain their rights and privileges, their place in society. What tripe? I've outsmarted them all. I'll be the one to dictate treaties. I'll show them who's ruler.
You had my men killed.
Of course I had them killed. What do you do with spies in Temeria? Give them awards?
None of those hanged were part of the plot. Only me.
You know the saying, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Your villainy knows no bounds.
What do you call villainy? The fact that I've made Kedwen stronger than ever? You fool! I'm the last ruler of the North whom Nilfgaard must respect. And it will. Witcher, reason with him.
Are murder and rape royal virtues of the New Order too?
Every wench dreams of being ploughed by a king.
And Vess?
Did she complain to you? I thought she liked it. She squeaked like an unoiled hinge.
I'm leaving you two alone.
Squeaky hinge. Funny. Very funny.
You wouldn't dare.
Enough of this ploughing chatter. Someone needs to die, and I'll sleep better for it.
I am Henselt of Ardcarreg, the last of the unicorns. I won't beg for mercy.
Look me in the eyes.
Go on! Take your revenge!
A flea has bitten a lion.
Henselt. Only we know what happened here. Well, and Henselt. The sooner we forget it, the better.
I'll erase it from my memory.
Sheila teleported herself to Loc Muinne.
Where there's Sheila, there's Letho. The murderers are gathering for their peace talks.
We have to be there.
Sheila de Tanserville. I'd sensed from the start that some dark mystery lay behind that cold countenance. Following the demise of the Council and Conclave, there was no one left to keep the mages in line. But regicide? Why? What was this all about? It seemed these questions would be answered at Loc Muinne, an ancient city amidst mountains, the remnants of the civilization of the Vrans, whose dusk had come long ago. And you would be right to ask, why did you not set out for Loc Muinne, Master Dandelion? Your humble servant and chronicler was forced to flee the Pontar Valley, as he very well might have paid with his life for his heroic stand against King Henselt. And to allow oneself to be humbly slaughtered, consigning to oblivion this account of incredible events, would be a grave transgression against the arts and letters. Yet, forever feeling a vast, shared responsibility for the fate of the North, I dispatched to Loc Muinne my faithful and capable friend, Geralt of Rivia. Have I mentioned his disdain for politics? Well, it was at Loc Muinne where he could finally give vent to it.
Has Radovid's messenger been by?
Yes, sir.
And what did he say?
Temeria cannot survive. The kingdom will be divided. The nobles are riled. Constable Natalis stands on shaky ground.
The loyal old Natalis will get kicked in the arse. How predictable.
They nearly reached an agreement, but without Foltest's daughter, it didn't work out.
Perfect.
Are the quarters ready?
There is a little problem.
Then we must look at this problem. There's no door.
We can't lock her in a doorless cell.
I can see that, you fool. Out of my way. Uncle Deathmold will cast a tiny spell on your little house. Versa anem. We won't let that naughty Natalis get you. Clear up in here. This is Loc Muinne, not a bloody pigsty.
Oh, bollocks, Geralt. Marshal Raupenek was a cruel, bloodthirsty prick, true. But the times were different.
He had his men murder every last elf in Loc Muinne.
For years, Yorveth and his ilk have been using that banner to wipe their asses clean of the shit they do. In wartime, a commander's forced to make all kinds of decisions. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, and I'm sure it lay really heavily on Raupenek's conscience.
Bollocks again. I've already admitted he was a prick. Are you defending the Enshe? They've got barrels of blood on their hands as well. With the Vrans gone, we had to safeguard this source of the power, safeguard this historic city. Huh, elven drivel. Heaps of lizard-like bones were found in nearby caves, all bearing traces of sword cuts. Think what you will. I'm more interested in the city's current inhabitants.
Why am I worried you're going to do something really stupid once we get there?
Above all, I'll find the cure to my suffering.
Deathmold was just a pawn in Henselt's hands.
Deathmold is a bloody murderer, and Henselt was a king. A king I killed. He didn't believe I'd do it till the very end. Nor did I. It's not something I want to discuss again. I don't know if I'll ever strike those images from my mind, but I know I don't want to talk about it.
Taking revenge on Deathmold won't change a thing.
Oh, but it will. The ghosts of my comrades will drink to my health. The Blue Stripes were more than a fighting force. I selected and trained those members. Truthfully,
Wonder how many days it took.
They weren't even given the chance to die in combat.
You also lost your king, Vernon. Don't forget why you embarked on this mission.
I haven't. If Letho and Sheila are in Loc Muinne, Knights of the Order.
This is the last place I'd expect to see Knights of the Flaming Rose.
They're here with Radovid. After losing their foothold in Temeria, they rebuilt their position at the Redanian court. You best stay out of sight. You never know with those bigots.
Don't worry about the Knights. Not so long ago I saved their asses. They ought to remember that much.
That was before you were accused of regicide. This is no man's land, Geralt. Anything can happen here. I'll vouch for you where I can, but that'll only get you so far. If we're separated, we'll meet up again in the main square.
Fine.
Trust you'll let him pass if he turns up.
We're to let Foltest's killer through.
I'm after the real murderer, because Geralt had put me on his trail.
If you say so. None of our concern. Temeria's internal affairs. Halt! Who goes there?
Geralt of Rivia.
Witcher! The Grand Master will be pleased to see you.
Is he here?
Inside the city. Brother Siegfried likes to attend to important matters personally.
Yeah, he's like that. It'll be nice to talk about the good old days. Medallion's vibrating.
Geralt of Rivia.
Greetings, Siegfried.
I thought you were in hiding.
Only the guilty hide.
You're still a wanted man.
Count yourself among the hunters?
I know you too well to believe that nonsense, and I owe you too much to turn against you. If I can help, just say so.
I have to get through the gate and talk to Radovid.
I shall let you in and mention you to the king. He trusts me. But you must be careful. Behind those walls, no one says what they mean. The city's been divided into fortified camps. Pretty strange for peace talks.
As is having a regiment of the Order's knights stationed at the gates. Is this just a show of strength?
More than a show. There have been a few minor incidents. It seems the kings gathered in Loc Muinne have limited confidence in their diplomatic skills.
Does that include Radovid?
Radovid is an ambitious ruler.
I get the feeling this summit will be about more than just talk. We'll see who comes out on top. So long, friend.
Farewell.
I doubt you've changed your minds about non-humans, but what about humans? What about all the peasant revolts, the lynchings of nobles?
The Order espouses and safeguards certain values and virtues. We cannot stand by and watch them violated.
So you're prepared to get drawn into new wars?
Well, we are soldiers first and monks second.
The mages invested quite a bit in putting this summit together. By the look of things, they'll achieve what they set out to achieve. That doesn't bother you?
The Order will refrain from reacting for the time being. And the Conclave itself is not a bad idea.
Easier to keep an eye on them when they're together.
And when they follow a shared set of rules. After Thanedd they dispersed and each did as he or she pleased. We even heard that some engaged in forbidden magic practices.
I guess you won't stay out of it if that happens again.
We trust that with a strong, well-established conclave, the mages will regulate those matters on their own.
Geralt the Rivian.
Regards.
Greetings.
Polycarp of Rind, half-brother to the Order of the Flaming Rose. Something tells me I'm dealing with Geralt of Rivia.
Is that something Siegfried?
Grand Master Siegfried of Denel, yes.
How are you faring in Redania?
King Radovid supports our mission and has provided many examples of his grace.
He'd be hard-pressed to find better warriors.
I should have warned you. I've no sense of humor.
Oh, sorry. And how's Siegfried doing as the Grand Master?
Siegfried of Denel is a man of great virtue and wisdom.
Does he still hunt cockatrices?
Prayer and the Order's matters take up all his time, day and night.
But he does leave the confines of the monastery from time to time, doesn't he?
Not long after Beltane, he and two brothers forayed into the Tretogor forest and cleared it of werewolves. There was much rejoicing in the surrounding villages.
Blessed be the eternal fire
in its radiance. Its heat we eagerly battle.
Geralt the Rivian.
I remember you from Vizima.
Renowned Geralt the Rivian.
Stop
I know
sowing
nothing.
defeatism.
Stay away from me.
I don't trust you.
Waste of words.
No offense, but you're scaring my customers away.
Son of a bitch. At your service.
I know nothing.
The King of Reed. Light, quench, shit, rinse. Young alchemist, do as you order. Adass it to water.
Damn, you're ugly. My medallion.
Hey!
Let me guess.
Behold, the mighty Numa, and I am his apprentice.
Way to spoil my fun.
The mighty Numa breaks the necks of bulls, bends iron bars, defeats everyone. Numa. His secret lies in the mushrooms and herbs cultivated in Ilanda and picked in the mornings by virgin priestesses. They can be yours for a very reasonable price.
Hell's bells, who do we have here? Witcher Geralt, the seeker of square coins.
What do you want?
Last time Zivik stuck his nose in. This time, he's not around. Fight!
Know what attention means, you fool? Where are you from? From Berka, Commander. You've got shoulders for brains, you bumpkin. At ease. We all serve the Emperor, be it in Nilfgaard or here. Semper Fi. We serve him faithfully and effectively. If anyone gives me reason to doubt this, I shall skin him alive.
Aye, Commander.
Do well by the Emperor, and the Emperor will do well by you.
I'll get you, snitch.
Don't try this again.
Understood, ladies? Long live the Emperor! Formation! Forward march!
You lose something.
I'm looking for someone who can match me in arm wrestling.
I don't wrestle just any old suckers.
Good reason to try me.
During the circus show, I've squeezed blood from the hands of gits like you. The crowd loves it when they moan and shit themselves in pain. I tell ya, blood and shite really pull in the crowds.
You've got a big mouth.
And you've pissed off the mighty Numa. Put down your coin and give me your hand.
I've always been the curious sort.
They say witches are tough, but you, in the circus, you could maybe kick a clown's arse. You lose something.
I'm looking.
You can only lose.
You a thief?
I don't have to steal. I kick everyone's ass when it comes to arm wrestling. Care to try me?
Some other time.
You lose.
I'm looking. You a
I don't.
I've always been the curious.
They say which. You lose.
I'm looking to.
You can.
You a.
I don't.
I've always been the curious.
My little ace tits. No one's ever beaten me.
There's always a first time.
If I give you something, will you keep this to yourself? The circus finds out I lost, they'll can me. The mighty Numa must be invincible. Take this and keep your trap shut. Please.
All right. Thanks. collecting information about the Wild Hunt. Help me out?
The Wild Hunt. A retinue of wraiths who speed across the heavens upon skeletal horses. Positive proof of its existence has yet to be proffered. However, no one is prepared to deny its occasional sorties into this world.
Proffered? Sorties?
That, at least, is what I remember from the lectures.
What?
Hey.
Halt! The camp is closed to strangers.
Ugh, warriors. You could bathe sometime.
Leave the royal courts. Pour venom into rulers' ears no more. It's not too late to repent.
What do you want?
The mages are making a country fair out of this summit.
They're parasites who'll stop at nothing to get into the king's treasuries. Deathmold's one of them. He'll be on their side, and Kedwen's vote should count for a lot. Though Henselt would have quickly shown them reason. He was a great ruler. The world will go to pot if only fools and brats are left to rule it.
They're also going to discuss what to do given the assassinations.
Aye, a new world order. You know the drill. I see all those cowardly, petty knights and bloody mages and wonder where the human race is going.
Forward. Blindly down a steep slope. But for now, the clip of air is more fun than it is terrifying. You're not in the Kedweni camp?
Those Redanian pigs tricked us, as usual. They took the best buildings, leaving us the rat-infested ruins. It's better out here in the square. A right good show. Messengers running back and forth, delegates grinning at each other while thinking of slitting each other's throats, and lots of gold changing hands. A lot of armed men around. The kingdoms are trying to look menacing. People like me'll soon have work to do.
Nice to meet an optimist. Really raises the spirit.
Bear, crow, summit white.
Sable fur.
At your service.
Greetings.
What?
Renounce magic, I tell you! Shatter your towers and crystal balls! Break your wands and burn your hats!
It's a brazen attack. King Radovid will learn of this.
Radovid sent them, you idiot!
The audacity!
Pull yourself together!
I remember you from Thanet.
Renounce magic, I tell you! Shatter your towers and...
Halt! The camp is closed to strangers.
How are things?
You're either very unobservant or very rude. I thought I'd meet some of my colleagues from years past, chat with them and reminisce, but they all turn their heads away and treat me like air.
Mages aren't known for being polite.
You're telling me. They threw me out of Bannard the first chance they got. Must have beaten the Chancellor one too many times. They've all forgotten me and I believe I've had enough. I'm getting rid of the grimoires and amulets. I don't want anything to do with mages.
I'd like to cast an eye at those if you don't mind.
Sure. Cast both if you want.
Anything on the Wild Hunt in your collection?
I'd avoid the topic altogether. Nothing good has ever come to those who have delved.
I'll take my chances. I need to know why the Wraiths carry off youths. What happens to them?
This knowledge has never been recorded, which does not mean it cannot be acquired.
Well, I'd like to acquire it.
In the chasms beneath Loc Muinne, there is a sword that once belonged to an elf from the parallel world.
And nobody's gone to look for it?
There are mages who seek it still, but the sword is well concealed. They say he who handles it will understand the essence of the Wild Hunt. Could that be true, though?
barbarian.
Greet I don't want anything to do with you.
Fears no more. It's not too late to repent.
Bear.
Oh, hey!
Writhing and begging for more.
I'm Geralt.
Brass of Banard. I remember you from Thanad. I believe I saw you in Oxenfurt, too.
Seems we only ever meet on Elvenland.
Indeed. But I suspect you're not here to chat about elven ruins.
On the contrary, I find elven ruins interesting.
Do you really? Elven works are not half as interesting as gnomish ones.
But even ruined, Loc Muinne is impressive. It must have been beautiful in the times of the First Conclave.
Everything was better before the war, as they say. The sources, those children that old Geoffrey Monk brought here to train in the magic arts, must have walked around gaping at all they saw.
Somehow I just can't imagine Hen Giddimdeath as a small gawking boy.
You met him? Ah, right, on Thanad. His death was a terrible loss. Terrible. You see, Geralt, everyone complains about how the world is taking a turn for the worse.
Values are being compromised. The small is dislodging the great.
Exactly. But the events on Thanad truly marked the end of an era. The world grew up, losing its virginity in a rape.
What use are masters of magic and legendary heroes to a grown-up world?
They're of no use. That's the point. Today, people manage perfectly well without mages, witches, and heroes.
Yet not everyone understands that, and not everyone likes it.
You're so clever, you'll get in trouble. We'd best change the subject.
Actually, I'm here because of your weapon expertise.
I'm no expert.
You're the best swordsmith among mages.
I'm more interested in the cultural relics of other races, actually.
I'm going to need a solid cultural relic in my hand.
I guess the circumstances require haste.
I came upon this strange manuscript. Think you can help me with it?
Why, yes. I don't believe I'm mistaken. Do you realize what you hold in your hands?
A mage told me it's the key to an ancient ritual that summons evil specters who otherwise wander the earth doing no good. Specters apparently willing to make deals.
Well, the mage was full of bilge, so to speak. You see, the Vrans knew well how to secure their treasures. It is said that in some places they left sentries. Now, these sentries come to life when someone draws near who possesses a scroll inscribed with words of power, like this one is. Provide the correct password, and the doors to a hidden vault open before you.
So how do I use the manuscript?
Nothing comes free, my friend. You needn't even know the meaning of the words for the sentry to let you pass. You must merely know the sequence in which the password must be read. In this case, we have a sentence. Nana kanpa zi udu ya lala gat exa nana zi udu zi gat kanpa nibit. Nana kanpa means forge ahead, while nana zi means backtrack. In summary, should you encounter a sentry who reacts to this scroll, you must first answer with the words that follow Nana Kanpa in their given sequence, then omit Nana Z, and conclude with all the words that follow this phrase, but in reverse order.
Not that complicated, actually. Thanks for your help. I'm interested in the Wild Hunt. Any chance you know something about it?
No, birds are not exactly my speciality.
Thanks. Tell me what you know about those gargoyles that are bothering you.
They were servants of the mages who once lived in Loc Muinne. The mages left, but the gargoyles remained behind. They're still lethal. The quarters they guard are simply inaccessible.
jackass!
Ready for your chat with Radovid.
No reason to delay it.
Follow me then.
Halt!
We're here to meet King Radovid.
Have you been granted an official audience?
We have information about the Kingslayers.
Everyone knows the killer is the Witcher from Rivia.
Then everyone is wrong.
Not my concern. I cannot risk placing the King of Redania in harm's way.
The Grand Master of the Order of the Flaming Rose will vouch for us. Besides, this camp is swarming with soldiers. We'd have to be stupid or suicidal to attack Radovid.
Pass then, if your news is so important. But one word from the King and you'll hang. Both of you.
Don't you worry about us. Temeria stands little chance of surviving if Radovid has made terms with Kedwin.
Even less if he's made a pact with Nilfgaard. He and the Emperor could divide the entire north between them.
I take pleasure in seeing Kedwin picked apart.
But they'd start with the country deepest in chaos, so you'd best hope nothing of that sort has happened.
The king.
What do you
He's
want
a stubborn colt. Wouldn't listen.
Did you request an audience with the King?
Yes.
The King will receive you.
Geralt of Rivia.
Your Majesty.
As usual, you turn up where and when you're least expected. And in such company. I never thought they'd make a soldier out of you.
Associating with military men doesn't make one a mercenary, Your Grace. I'm no soldier. I'm here to settle some scores.
The world has changed greatly since we met those few months ago. Temeria stands at the brink of civil war. Kedwin has taken the Pontar Valley by force, and a Nilfgaardian delegation plays a prominent role at the summit of the Northern Kingdoms. Foltest and Demavend are both dead. Though it seems we were signing treaties just yesterday. Henselt was butchered in Vergen.
I've come here for help, Your Majesty.
Wait, Witcher. Were it not for you, Henselt would have perished at the hands of an assassin. Am I right?
I killed a would-be assassin. Pure coincidence. I just happened to be there.
Things like that oft seem to happen to you. Do you know how he died?
Yes, I was there.
Speak then.
Henselt had Roche's unit murdered. I can't call it anything else. In doing that, he signed his own death sentence. In the chaos that followed the Battle of Vergen, we caught up to him in one of the houses.
I killed him because it had to be done. It was just. And Death Mold is next on the list.
That is the only reason I won't have you hanged, Vernon Roche. You said you needed help, Witcher. Tell me more.
Sheila de Tanzerville is behind the murderers that hit Temeria, Edirn, and Kedwin.
How do you know?
I found one of the assassins after Henselt's murder. Before he died, he revealed de Tanserville's role to me.
Why you in particular?
He knew me from the time I can't remember.
Your past troubles me, Geralt, but I have more pressing matters today.
It all makes sense. Shillard Fitzestelin warned me about a plot. Apparently, Triss Merigold confessed to him that the sorceresses had set up a secret lodge.
Triss is working with Shillard?
She's been detained as a suspect. Shillard believes the sorceresses of Nilfgaard were also part of the conspiracy. Luckily, the entire amphitheatre is under a spell that quells any magic. Otherwise, no one would dare go near all those mages. Well, the talk's beckon. Everyone wants to see Temeria's bitter end.
What do you mean by that, Your Majesty?
The nobles are rebelling in Vizima. Lacking a ruler, they simply want to divide the kingdom into provinces.
Divide Temeria! Shame on the traitors!
Well, it doesn't have to be that way. Anais, the daughter of Louisa and Foltest, lives still. After Foltest's death, the La Valettes came to prominence. Louisa's uncle, Baron Orville, became one of the most important people in Temeria. He wanted to see Anais on the throne, but Vizima was still in turmoil. They sent her to Loc Muinne anyway to declare her queen before the entire north. During the journey, the girl was kidnapped. Arian La Valette asked me to use my connections to find his sister, which I did. My people tell me Anais is here in Loc Muinne, in Deathmold's hands. I cannot mount an armed attack on the Cadwennis. It would be tantamount to declaring war, and we have gathered here to maintain peace. A lone witcher and a former soldier. That would be a different matter. Bring me Anais, Geralt, and I'll salvage a united Temeria, and punish those whose hands are stained with the Temerian king's blood.
I heard Arian died in the fire that consumed La Valette Castle.
We all thought so, and we were all wrong. The girl is most important, Witcher. I would look after her. Take her back to Tretogor in Redania, where she would mature under the caring gaze of her half-sister and my wife Ada. When she's of age, she can claim the throne and thus guarantee Temeria's sovereignty. I must attend these talks, Geralt. Time is short. Bring me the girl, the two of you. Men without country or commander. Renegades that no one seems to have taken into account. I, in turn, promise that Sheila de Tanserville will pay for her deeds. I shall punish her with fire and steel.
An alliance with Redania is our only chance at preserving Temeria's independence.
It's still risky.
Anais, she's the key.
I still wonder about Boussy's death. The boy would have had a stronger claim to the throne.
Maybe Anais can tell us something. It's high time we visited our old friend, Deathmold.
The Emperor's men hold Triss. They'll get everything they can out of her, after which she'll be dispensable.
If it's between the sorceress's life and Temeria's future, then I've no choice. I'm sorry. This is no place to talk. Let's wait till we're beyond the gate.
Whoa! Whoa!
Roche! Roche!
Just the person I'd be looking for were I not forced to seek Anais La Valette. You have much to explain, Brigida Paperbrock.
Oh no, you'll not pin this on me. I trusted you and you sent me into a den of vipers. Vipers!
Another Vess?
This is no time for pleasantries, Geralt. Calm yourself, Brigida. You were to watch Foltest's children. I saw nothing dangerous in the task. Obviously, I was wrong, but I need your help. Anais has been kidnapped. Boosie is likely dead. I need to know how this happened. I need to know the details.
You knew well what you were getting me into. You know that entire rotting bunch. The Count, the Baron.
Not half as well as you do, my dear. Who were those men?
Not so fast, Roche. I have been hiding in this city for 3 days, scurrying about like a rat. They're hunting me. I'll not let you leave me here.
What do you propose?
Escort me out of the city, to the river.
What will that get you?
I expected I would need to fend for myself. I've secured passage. Take me there, and I will tell you all.
It's a long way.
You've a traitor in your camp, Roche. Perhaps more than one. What happened to Foltest's bastards is no series of coincidences. It's the result of a clever, treacherous game.
Damn it all. Geralt, I need to look to Anais, learn how we're to get to her. But Brigida might know what happened to Boosie. Thus far, we've heard nothing but rumors. Take her to the river.
All right, Roche. I'll help you this one last time.
I'll search for a back way into the Kedwenny camp.
You're forgetting. I came here for Triss.
Whatever you decide to do later, so be it. But a traitor in the Temerian camp threatens us all. Escort Brigida, learn what you can.
I'd thank you, Roche, if you weren't such a shit.
I'm counting on you, Geralt. Brigida must get to her destination safely.
Good luck, Roche. Which way are we headed?
We shall leave Loc Muinne through the Order's camp. We won't be bothered there. Then we'll descend the mountain path and go onto the river. Who knows what we'll find?
Expecting someone.
I remember you.
Does it matter, Witcher?
You did mention vipers, a count and a baron.
Blessed be the eternal
Powerful
fire.
men into the Temerian camp. And thoroughly unscrupulous.
Vernon's mentioned them. I guess I have them to thank for an interesting chat Roche and I had a while back. Know them well.
Too early to pry, Witcher. I'll not let you pick my brain and abandon me.
The main path leads to the right.
That's where they're likely to be waiting.
Roche would say they'd be waiting along both paths.
Roche. You're with me, not him. And I decide for myself. I've agreed to meet someone on the riverbank. We'll go through the wood. Calm thus far. Your dear Roche seems to have been wrong.
You two have a history, or do I have it wrong?
He asked a favor of me. I was to stay with Foltest's children, watch them, travel with them if necessary. Child's play, the bastard called it. That's how I wound up in the caravan transporting the children to Loc Muinne for the summit.
Yeah, that clearly went sour. Tell me more.
Soon enough. We've just got to make it through the forest. It's a short way to the river beyond that. It should be calm.
Let's go.
It's not far now. Redlin awaits down by the river, at the end of this path.
Is Redlin another of Roche's contacts?
No, a smuggler. I'd be looking for another way out if he were Roche's man.
Stay behind me.
It's Roche's bitch! Kill them!
Wanna dance, white? Wanna dance, white?
They were expecting us.
No time to lose. How much further?
Not far. We must stay on this path. It's the shortest way.
You've gotten into some serious trouble.
I should say so. Temeria is like a haystack, and the information I have is a burning torch. Fill the rest in for yourself.
Medallion's vibrating.
hero, eh?
Elves to the moon!
This is the smuggler I spoke of.
This was the smuggler you spoke of. Someone's coming.
You'll not sail off, you whore! Kill her!
Thank you. I'd not have survived on my own.
Talk, woman. You've dragged me far away from the city. You owe me an explanation. Who were those men? Who have you been hiding from?
I don't know.
3 days like a rat, you said, and you don't know?
I knew. I mean, I had my suspicions.
So talk. Who's out to kill you?
I don't know.
There you go again.
Truly, I cannot be sure. At first I thought it was revenge for the children, but he knows I'm no traitor.
It's not Roche, we both know that.
Yes, you're right.
Tell me about the Vipers.
They created this storm.
Are they working together?
I would say they detest one another, or that's what they wish everyone to believe. The devil only knows.
What does Baron Kimbolt want?
A strong Temeria, and a strong North. He's obsessed. He believes we're surrounded by rebels and traitors. The Lavalettes, the Maravels.
He's probably not alone in that belief.
But he is alone in believing that he himself is the remedy for that ailment. The Baron sees himself on the Temerian throne. He claimed he would achieve this by marrying Anais.
Isn't she a little young for him?
He's a disgusting old satyr. He'd be a tyrant were he to don the crown.
You know what the Count intends?
No, but I cannot imagine anyone more different from Baron Kimbolt.
Meaning?
I would call him a sheep were his heart not black. He's a jester, an especially nasty one, though I cannot identify his master. He may not even have one.
Seems you got to know the Baron and the Count well. Then there's Roche. Pretty interesting social life, I'd say.
Being a courtier, that was no life for me. I thought it terribly dull and found a remedy.
Searching for excitement shouldn't get you killed.
It's the last time I do anything of the sort.
You can't be sure of that. Is Vernon the only person you do favors for?
I've never betrayed Temeria, if that's what you ask.
What happened to the convoy carrying Anais and Busi? What about the children?
We were ambushed. The caravan was destroyed.
I need details.
We were traveling along the agreed path, with a limited escort so as not to draw attention. The children were in 2 separate wagons, a safety measure, I was told.
Which one were you in?
I was with Anais. One day a messenger appeared with orders for the caravan's commander. A change of plans. We turned north to travel a longer route for safety's sake. Soon after the turnoff, we were attacked. The attackers were killing everyone indiscriminately. One pulled me from the wagon, but a bolt pierced his neck. It was mayhem. I ran for the bushes and hid.
Did you see what happened to the children?
The driver of Boosie's wagon was shot. The horses got spooked and ran off into the forest, taking the wagon with them. When the fighting was done, they found Anais still in her wagon. I turned away for fear of what they might do. They merely grabbed her and fled.
Any idea what happened to the caravan commander's orders?
I have them. After they took Anais, the bastards were in a hurry. They didn't even think to search the corpses. Take them.
Thanks. Sure you can manage that boat?
I must. I'll not return to the city. Thank you again, Witcher. And follow this through. You'll do us all a favor.